to the very first 2022-2023 band concert. Let's get started. What you just heard is a little taste of a warm-up that we do almost every single day. So since the first day of school to now, we play something like that every day. And it's hard to think, it's crazy to think that literally a year ago to the day, some of you were sitting in this room listening to them play Mary Had a Little Lamb terribly and thinking it was real. And it's crazy that even though we played so much better after that, how far they've come in such a short period of time. And while I know you heard a concert in the spring, since they've come back to me in 7th grade, we went from having like 22 minutes every other day to a full 50 minutes every day. And so we're here to present to you what we've accomplished in that time. I'm so proud of everybody behind me here and everybody sitting here, and I'm hoping that you're excited to hear the music we're going to play for you tonight. And so we're going to start with a piece that they've been playing that they really enjoy, and I really enjoy as well, and it is called Armor of the Mystic. Hope you enjoy. It's a long way from Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. So that was our opener piece, very strong and powerful. But what I love to do in the second year is start getting the students to play with a little more musicality. It's very easy and exciting to play loud and play fast and play a lot of notes, but it's much harder to slow it down and play with expression and listen to each other and play that beautiful music that we all love, but then sometimes we might find a little boring to perform. And it's challenging to make them see the excitement and slow. And so I present to you tonight a beautiful piece of music that I handed out to them a week and a half ago. Okay, because I like to push and challenge, and we were like, we got 3 pieces done. I'm like, oh, that sounds good. How about a 4th one? And so I present to you tonight. I hope you enjoy it. It is called At Twilight. Thank you. Woo! I didn't mark it on the program, but that was Ryan Bailey on alto saxophone in the middle there. Round of applause for Ryan. Before I run out of things to talk between, I think I have a lot of stuff that I need to talk to you guys about, a whole bunch of stuff. But the first thing I want to talk about is fundraising. We had a cookie dough sale a little bit earlier. I don't know if you remember. Maybe you've already eaten all the cookies. But it was the highest selling fundraiser I have ever been a part of, and I felt like I didn't do that much except for go, here, sell these cookies, you get a lava lamp. And then all of a sudden, everybody sold stuff, and I just want to put that in perspective. We raised for our band program over $5,000 from the cookie dough sale. That definitely goes with some new instruments, especially we're looking at getting some tenor saxes and baritones, and we're looking at maybe getting some timpani and chimes and some stuff for percussion. So those big ticket items are incredibly expensive, and the fundraising helps out tremendously. So one more round of applause for everybody that sold. As we head to our next tune, you'll notice the general lack of Christmassy songs on my concert, and that's why I pitched it as the winter concert. And I'm not saying I don't like Christmas music. I just feel like we get in this season where I have to do Christmas music. And I don't know, it's one of those things where I like finding songs that are a little bit different. And so if you look, this next tune is called Secret Agent Sugar Plum. And so this is taking the tune, Dance to the Sugar Plum Fairies, and then saying, well, what if it was also James Bond? And so we have a little bit of a combination between 007 and Dance to the Sugar Plum Fairies. So I hope that you enjoy Secret Agent Sugar Plum. Save your phrase on the cowbell, by the way. Silly going back and forth to the microphone. Since that was our Christmas song, one of the things I wanted to talk about before we get to our last piece for 7th grade is, since it's that time of year, I've always, as a band director, I wanted to pitch to you what to get your band student for Christmas. Just in case you're looking for some last minute gifts, and wondered what should I get this musician that I have in my family, especially if you don't know anything about music yourself. So I have a quick little list if you're looking for some things. So number one, give them some books to play music, particularly books for stuff that's not my band class. So get them some Christmas books or some Top Hits books or some Disney books. The one to look up on Amazon is called 101 Tunes for whatever instrument they play. And it's like $12, but we give them 100 pieces of music. And it's something that gets them playing at home instead of just practicing. Playing their instrument is what's fun, right? Practicing is hard and boring, but playing a tune from Encanto or from Frozen, I guess is where we're from like way back when, they might really enjoy it. Okay, or something like that, just a book to help them play. Maintenance and equipment, so like getting new reeds. Raise your hand if you need new reeds. Are we running out of reeds? Okay. And reeds are expendable, and while they can make them last for a while, just a little hit will dent and crack the reed, and then it's unusable. It's just a piece of wood after all. Valve oil, slide oil, or if you've never cleaned the instrument, you can either look up how to clean it yourself in the bathtub with Dawn dish soap if you're a brass instrument. Please don't do that with a wood. Okay? It will destroy it. But take it in, have it cleaned, have it serviced. It's just like a car. After a certain amount of time, you do need to put some money into the maintenance. Otherwise, it will start to fall apart, and then it costs even more money, just like a car. So you can feel that. Also, you can upgrade their instrument. We're getting that time of year in January, and I know 8th graders have some upgraded instruments, but we do a second step program where the money you put towards that basic instrument can be used to upgrade to a higher level model that plays better, lasts longer. And since we put in some years, that's something that you might want to consider. And last but not least, just very simple, is get them private lessons. Because I have to talk to this many kids all at the same time and try to talk in the language of trombone, trumpet, clarinet, flute, percussion all at the same time. Whereas if they got lessons, they'd be spoken to individually by someone that speaks their individual instrument language. If you need assistance finding those people, just shoot me an email. I know lots of people can hook you up, and it's not that expensive and can really improve your child in music. Okay? Or you can just I don't know, just get them something music is what I'm saying. So that's something that I just wanted to throw out there because I know that my parents always had no idea what to get me, so I'd get like a music pencil, and I'd be like, okay, but something else please. So listen, our last tune is going to require the assistance of all these people sitting down here because this piece is called Conviction. And for those of you that are 8th grade parents, you might remember this piece from their first concert last year, where the 8th graders from last year helped them play this piece. And so now it's time to pay it forward. So they're coming up here to play with 7th grade. So let's give a round of applause to the 8th graders. We'll take the stage. While we're doing that, I just wanted to give a shout out to the band boosters. And while we did some fundraising, we did raise a lot of money. A lot of what helps us out financially is the band booster program. They've got me new stands, instruments, anything that I've asked for, they've happily given and they help us. So I thought that I'd give the microphone to the president, Ron Mead, and he can talk to you a little bit about joining the organization if you're interested. So round of applause for Ron Mead as he comes up on the stage. He went into a little bit of traffic.
While we're setting up, just real quick, my name is Ron Mead, I'm serving as this year's president of Boosters. Boosters is a parent-led organization. We're not just about high school, we're about the middle school. As Mr. Morlock talked a couple minutes ago, we help to purchase music stands, we help with coordination of events. We don't just look at football games. We also help out with Kings Island and any kind of fundraising. So obviously, fundraising can only go so far. So Cookie does a great job, but there's so much more that we have to buy and do on all of it and all of this. So we help with fundraising. We also help with voting on expenditures or voting on new ideas and coordination of other things. We meet monthly, and it's actually kind of fun to go to meetings because you hear what's on Mr. Morlock and Mr. Ray performance. Sometimes it's not something you see on camera. So, we encourage everybody to think about joining. We're always looking for help. It's not just, coming there and listening to what's going on, but if you have some knowledge or somewhere you can help us. Everybody has expertise, such as the person who designed the program. That's a booster's member as well. So we meet on a monthly basis, and joining it is that's basically what this is all about. I'm going to hand it over to Jen, and she's going to tell you about the fundraiser.
Our big fundraiser coming up is the bud sale, and we have some forms out there that are the project of the forms to purchase. The bud is a good time over the holidays with old friends and family, things like that, to start getting some orders. We're going to need a lot of help making the fudge. It's a lot of fun. We have a really good time. We all go into the room in the high school, and we make the fudge. And there's lots of different stations going on at once. We're also going to need some donations, so look for those coming up. Some other fundraisers we do are Design to Donate. We have a web page. It's Ross Band of Class Boosters. rossbandofclass.com. rossbandofclass.com. There's a lot of information on there, and I also put a lot of information on Facebook, so be looking for those kinds of things to help out. We really want and encourage a lot of help from the middle school as well, because we do provide quite a bit for the middle school. So if there's any questions, let us know.
Love you, Mom!
I'm Rachel, I'm the treasurer, and I want to explain how you do this. Yes, I'm one of the boosters, and we don't have paper forms today, unfortunately, but on our website, there's a link to class.com. There's a Google form, there's on the link, and there's a name, and there's different levels you can join at, and the lowest is 10, highest is no limit. When you do that, you can also just let us know how you would like to show up on the program. We'll do the program on track, and yeah, we'll go for you to join us. Oh yeah, we'll take cash, we'll let demo,
One last thing, on your way in, you may have seen some baked goods for sale. That's the indoor percussion group that is selling baked goods. We appreciate your support. We also have some other fundraisers. We have some stickers and some cups, and also our annual band savings cards. This year's band savings cards, Colin, you want to hold? Colin, that's last year's card. Oh my gosh, you got the wrong one. That's the 2023 card. It comes in a super size this year. It is good all year long. You can use it 1,000 times if you want at places like Big Bowls, Eli's, wherever. It's all local merchants, and they would appreciate your business in return for helping us.
It does come in wallet size.
Yes, we are able to reduce special technology. We're able to reduce the size down to this small miniature size. Same savings. Now, as you know, inflation has raised the price of everything except the price of band savings cards. They are still $10. So if you go to Eli's or Big Bowls, or what's some of the ones with a star on them this year?
You with me?
The new ones.
Shepherd's Ground Coffee, Subway, Overtime Bar and Grill 2.0,
2.0.
and Ross Pet Barn.
So use those cards, and probably they'll pay themselves off in a double uses. So they're good all year long, and we have those for sale out. Thank you very much.
One more big round of applause for the band boosters. Thank you so much. So here we are. This is what the band looks like combined. Now, for years at Ross, we always had a 7th and 8th grade combined band. I made the decision last year to split it up, primarily because the current 8th graders have a whole year off because of COVID. But what I found is I really liked the split apart nature because it let me work on the individual things that each band needed, and that way I could push one band and I could help another band. Just give me more time. But man, when you look at them all together, it's like that's how it's supposed to be, right? And so now here we all are combined together to play for you. I'm going to say one more thing before we get started, because one of the other things that happened just a couple weeks ago was we had honor band auditions. If you don't know what honor band is, it is a elite band that is comprised of members of all the districts in our area. So Lakota, Kings, Fairfield, Middletown, Mason, Ross, so it's like Little Miami, Kings. There's so many districts, and they all go and audition for this one band that meets in one weekend, Martin Luther King weekend, and rehearses for an entire day, and then performs a concert in one weekend. So they take what we do in months and do it in just one weekend. And guys, this year was the most people from our district that made honor band since I've been here. So I'm proud to present to you the 14 members of this band that made it into honor band. So I'm going to call their names and have them stand for you. Please wait till the very end. You can applaud very loudly for all of them. The following people made it into the 2022-2023 District 13 honor band. This is Brian Butterfield on trumpet, Jonathan Hudson on trombone, Carly Markham on euphonium, Joseph Whalen on tenor sax. These are the 7th graders. Round of applause for the 7th graders. The 8th graders that made it, Madeline Rednauer, Braden Mead, Colin Snyder, Ryan Pence, Benjamin Rouse, Hayden Stewart, Michael Lewis, Brooklyn Hare. Round of applause for the 8th graders. Special shout out to both Hayden and Maddie who made first chair. I have Hunter Robertson, who's in the back. He's just going to wave at you there. And Michael Lewis again on trombone, if he wants to stand up. These guys made it into the junior high jazz ensemble as well. So round of applause for those two guys. I think it deserves recognition. And if you have time on Sunday, Martin Luther King weekend, and you want to come to Mason, I'm going to send all that information out on Final Form, so you want to come and see them. I'm just so proud of all those people, as well as everybody that auditioned for Honor Band. It was the biggest turnout since I've been here, and I'm so proud of them. Now, getting on to music, I'm sure you're waiting for it. Our last piece combined together, the 7th grade concert, is going to be called Conviction, because in order to make it this far in band, I feel like you have to have that discipline, that conviction to get better every single day, and these people have shown that time and time again. So I present to you the combined 7th and 8th grade Ross Middle School Band playing Conviction. Thank you so much.
Oh, would you like to? Oh, this is warm up. Hit me with the. They get a little trophy. I don't know if some of you've seen these trophies. And then it speeds up the chromatic scale forever after that. And slowly over the last couple weeks, they've been doing the chromatic, and they get so excited to just play a scale. And that's such an amazing thing as a director to watch happen. So you just watch them play it in quarter notes and in 8th notes, and now for your listening pleasure, we're going to give it to you in 16th notes right now. So those are trophies. So happy. Ready, go. bro. What? Now we're ready. Now. Start.
Before we break it up to the 8th grade portion of our concert, I do have one final thing that I have to talk about. And this is related to what I have over here. So you might recall, over Thanksgiving break, we had a little activity that I called Bandsgiving. And if you didn't know this, I asked students over the 10-day break if they would like to submit to me scales and long tones and stuff for the honor band audition, because for a music director, 10 days off is scary. Because 10 days off is 10 days not playing an instrument, because I was in 7th and 8th grade too, and guess how much I practiced on breaks? 0. Okay? And so I, as an adult, am trying to figure out how to do that. So I created this little activity and was wondering how excited they would get. 863 submissions later, I found out they were very excited, and I had to spend upwards of 30 hours listening to all of it and grading it. And so I have the results tonight. So we're going to award the best band, the one that turned in the most, the section, brass, woodwinds, or percussion that turned in the most, and then we will award the trophy to the band student that turned in the most Flipgrid assignments, which was just insane amount. So I hope you're excited. Should we start with the band?
Yeah.
Okay. the band that turned in the most, okay, which was a total of, hold on, went to the second page. Okay. So we had, it was a 1,248 points, okay, and it was the 8th grade band. The 8th grade band. Okay. So 8th grade band, it's a donuts and Christmas movie on Friday. So that's the reward for them. So next we gotta talk section. So the section between the woodwind, brass, and percussion. The winner is the brass section. Now we're gonna make it a little spicier here for the top person. Okay, I'm gonna tell you the top 10. I'm gonna tell you the top 10 in alphabetical order so that we don't say anything. If you could stand up, please, when I call your name, so you can be awarded for all the time that you spend at home. I'm sure your parents were like, "Why are you recording yourself so much every single day?" It's for Bandsgiving. Okay, this is Carson Bramer. You want to stand up? Thank you. Brian Butterfield, Delana Eschenbach, Brooklyn Hare, Faith Lasswer, Carly Markham, Braden Mead, Benjamin Moeller, Madeline Rednauer, and Samantha Schulteis. Okay, so round of applause for all these people. And the top 3, which is interesting, the top 3, there was one representative from the brass, one representative from percussion, and one representative from woodwinds. Okay, so I have the runner-up medals for the 2 runners-up. Okay, so I'll go from 3rd place on up. Okay, so in 3rd place from the percussion section in 8th grade is Brooklyn Hare. Round of applause. This is all for Brooklyn. Round of applause. One more time for Brooklyn. In 7th place, from the brass section, also in 8th grade, is Maddie Rednow. Round of applause for Maddie. Now, the crazy thing is Maddie and this other person, they submitted a crazy amount. Maddie, I think, they submitted every single day, and I was checking every day, and I was like, oh, there's Maddie, and then there's this other person. And unfortunately, the person that won is not here tonight, because we're missing a lot of people in our group. I don't know if you noticed this, and you'll notice it in 8th grade. We got a flu going around, even though COVID still exists, so is the flu. And it's sweeping through the district right now, and so currently she has pneumonia as well, and she's at home, and really wish she could be here. And so someone's going to have to let her know she won this, but it is Faith Lasswer. They turn in every exercise every day for every single day except for the very last day. So I don't know, I was like, maybe she took a break finally. But it was probably because she was starting to get pneumonia, because I was noticing throughout she was coughing more, and she kept apologizing for coughing and everything. And I'm like, girl, just take a nap. Stop playing the flute. That's like the worst instrument right now. But I'm so proud of all these people, both Maddie and Brooklyn, and I'm proud to have all of these kids in this band that are working so hard just so that they can get a turkey trophy. But we know that's not what it's really all about. So one more round of applause for everybody. Is we're going to switch to 8th grade. So what I'm going to have them do is they're going to clear the chairs for 8th grade. I'm going to have a couple trios and duets and come up here and play a couple Christmas songs, because I know it's Christmas time, and I'm going to have them come up and play for you. We'll be back here in maybe 4 or 5 minutes. So thank you so much. We'll see you in a minute.